Hi there. This is Dr. John Whitcomb positing the question, have we had diabetes backwards all these years? The Randall cycle. Let me explain it. This is actually big, and I think this has legs. This idea has merit to it. Here's the concept. We have been telling you for years that you are diabetic because you don't have enough insulin and you're insulin resistant and you need to cut down on sugar and don't eat any sugar in your food. And probably should eat a high-fat keto diet and lose weight. The problem with that explanation is it hasn't worked and nobody gets better. What's the Randall cycle? Well, that's published in an article, a guy by the name of Randall published back in the 1960s. It's been around for 50 years. And that is that glucose gets digested through your gut, through your liver. But if you eat a saturated fat and glucose combo, like pizza or hamburger, the saturated fat actually gets absorbed directly in your duodenum into your lymph system, and it gets into your blood first. And then in your cells turns off the glucose receptor and makes you insulin resistant. So when glucose shows up a little later, all the cells have already said, oh, nope, time to be burning fat. They've turned off their glucose receptors, and the glucose has no place to go, and so blood level rises. And the fat, when you eat all that fat, it actually gets stored in inappropriate places we now know through ceramides, gets into your visceral fat, gets into your beta cells in your pancreas gland, making them insulin resistant and killing off beta cells. But the Randall cycle says the way to control your diabetes is cut the fat out of your diet completely. Eat a fat-free diet. Get down below 5%. 2% would be better. And you'll find that the amount of insulin you need spookily drops, and your insulin resistance goes away, and you can eat more and more glucose. And if you want to follow this concept through, you can get Cyrus Khambatta's book, Mastering Diabetes. And this is all tied with losing weight. If you eat a super low-fat diet, you have glucose to burn because you're not glucose resistant, and your insulin works. And many diabetics will show that they started having 50 to 100 units of insulin to control their blood sugar. And if they can get on a fat-free diet, they can be using 4 to 5 units of insulin. Dramatic reductions. Consider trying it. Read more about it. Read the book Mastering Diabetes. I have personally done it for my somewhat resistant blood sugar, and in a month, my blood sugar dropped about 10 points. That's very interesting. You might want to play with this idea. Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition. Have we had diabetes backwards? I think so.